You know, I just do it like it's nothing. Oh, there's a lot of shell in there. I mean, this has gone wrong way earlier than I thought it would have done. Hello, it's Sideshow from the Overwatch League. Zoe has challenged me to bake a layered sponge cake. Alright, she thought she was cute with the Pachamaris, but I've got a beast of a performance coming up for you right now. I'm very confident in my baking skills. I have picked the Paris Eternal. So, my theme, my concept, my big plan for this layered sponge cake is a 3-tier sponge cake. Red, white, and blue. No, not for Britain, for the Parisian flag. And then it's gonna be in the shape of the Paris Eternal's logo. It's also gonna be covered in sparkles, because sparkle, that's their star player. Now, you might be saying, Josh, how do you know what the Paris Eternal logo looks like just off the top of your head? And you're right, I don't. So I've got kind of a guide, and this is what I'm gonna be essentially tracing copy from. They used to be white. So I've got myself some flour, some sugar, some milk, and stuff like that. So we've got 400 grams of sugar here, and we're just gonna pop 400 grams of sugar in there. That's very simple, pre-measured. I didn't get someone to pre-measure it, I pre-measured it. So I guess it was just measured rather than pre-measured. 6 eggs. This technique taught to all young people in Britain. You know, I just do it like it's nothing. There's a lot of shell in there. Sneaky little egg-shell. Boom, slaughtered. Dominated. Crack this one open like D-pad. You watching? Bit of eggshell in there. This is 430 grams of flour, sifted in. I don't know what sift really means, but I suppose that's a sift. I think if it got too thick, it might damage the collagen. Gonna add some milk. I forgot the butter. There's a little special ingredient that I want to add before I add the butter. One of the things that the French cuisine is known for most, I would say, is garlic. And yeah, you might say garlic, it's an unusual thing to add to a cake. Really, if you want bonus points for theme, I think you go with the garlic. So it's gonna be a garlic flavored cake with garlic frosting as well. That basically, if you're baking, you don't have to be too precise about things. You just have to say, why are you zooming in? Get back out, get back out. Quite garlicky, but I suppose that is the point of garlic butter. Was this autographed? This was autographed and you've actually used it as a towel. That shows incredible disrespect actually for the Dallas Fuel Bear. Next on the list was vanilla extract and lemon extract and cinnamon. The problem is I didn't actually write down how much of this was required, so I'm just gonna assume it's like a little dash like that. A little bit of cinnamon as well. And just honestly keep whizzing. It is at this point, I believe I've done something fundamentally wrong with the butter because these lumps are not going away. I guess we just keep whizzing. We'll set the timer for 20 minutes.
You have to hit on.
We'll set the timer for 20 minutes. All right, so now we're gonna get to work on the toppings. We can start making our chocolate image of sparkle. A fairly decent sized circle. And we're just gonna spread it out like that. Chocolate just fell on the floor. That was plastic. That was a piece of fridge that I just tried to eat. And we are going for something like across the hair. I don't feel like I captured his likeness particularly well, but I captured a human. We'll pop Sparkle back in the freezer. Huh, where did you come from? The next step is to create the cream cheese topping. I only have a quarter of the amount of cream cheese, so we're gonna replace it with some butter and some whipped cream. That seems like it should work. What I'm thinking is I just throw some in until it makes sense. And we're gonna add some heavy whipping cream as well. It's already starting to go off.
1 in a million, I'm feeling like that.
I don't know how much cream is supposed to go in there. I put in too much cream. And then from here, we will add a little drop of blue to this. We'll add 2 drops of red to this. How's the cake looking? Not great. I'm not even gonna check it this time. If this cake ain't done, I'm finished with it anyway. We've got our first cake. That looks, it's very dense. So what we're aiming to do here is level this off. Let's try some. That's got a pungent garlic flavor. I mean like real pungent. I'm not sure what went wrong, but I think at some point something did. Wonderful color, wonderful look to it. In it goes. Adios. No, wait, what's French? Bienvenue.
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit. Au revoir.
Oh boy.
Carve ourselves some kind of tail out of the left-hand side. That's, I mean, honestly, I don't think that's that bad.
Where are its legs?
It doesn't have legs. Okay, so we're gonna ice this once it's cooled and glue it to the next part of the cake. The blue cake is gonna be close to being done. Yeah, it's not done. I feel like Zoe sold me on the wrong temperature for the oven. Just gotta wait.
It's a hot pad right there.
In the meantime, we are gonna apply some of our white to it and layer it. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. The white needs to be on the middle layer. I mean, it depends which way you look at it, really, doesn't it? Because if it goes blue, white, red, then if you just tilt your head to the side, it'll be blue, white, red. And if you tilt your head to the other side, it'll be red, white, I think most people will go from the bottom up and left to right. What's the Russian flag? The Russian flag is the other way. Well, it's gonna look like the Russian flag, yeah, basically. There we go. So we're gonna cover it in red. No, we're not gonna cover it in red because we're actually not gonna do anything to it. We're not gonna ice it. We're gonna wait until we have the bottom layer, which is the blue. Hello, who's baking the cake here? Me, not the cat. Okay, we're gonna pop out the blue one. Oh no! I should have waited longer and cut around the sides, actually. That was the key. Now we've got an extraction process. Okay, dokie. Why is the bottom brown? How did that happen? It's an old man's been in the bath for 3 years. Only 15 seconds remaining when this very fork will be used to test whether the cake is done. Yeah, it's still gooey. Just gotta wait. Hi, it's me again. Let's check on our little baby. So, our white cake came out of the oven. It was still a bit squishy on top, but again, I think all of this is just a product of me not creaming the butter properly. What are you giggling about? This is the hole where his heart should be. He's modelled after Zoe, a hole where her heart should be. Yeah, you come for the king, you best not miss. I'm making roosters out here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this white one as a stencil for the blue one. It looks like a literal sponge again. I mean, this is an actual sponge, and this is the blue sponge cake that I've produced. And Beth's just eaten some and she's about to actually throw up. Oh, I know, Fig, I know, it's a disaster. And we are now going to apply some white icing. We're going to pop this one on top here. Red now goes and sits on top of the cake. And what we've created here is a wonderful triple stacked sponge. And it's got a wonderful little hole here for a secret ingredient. And you might be saying, Josh, what are we filling it up with? Because we've already got garlic in there. And so what we're gonna fill it with is the crunchy sponsor of the Overwatch League. It's Pringles Wavy jalapeno flavor. And the jalapeno complements the garlic and the sweetness wonderfully. That'll be a lovely surprise in the middle of the cake. So what we've got here is a finished cake product, but we need to do the icing. It needs to be blue on the left, white in the middle, red on the right hand side. Oh no. Oh, that's a disaster. We'll have to fix that in post. Who's Paris Eternal's star player at the moment? That's right. That's right, it's Sparkle. And so we are going to... That was too many, but that's okay. You can't fix it really once it's done, you know? So, bish bash bosh, finish it off with the pièce de résistance. That's French as well. It's Sparkle screaming into the void, begging to die. Stick it in the cake, you think?
Sure.
Well, I think Zoe will be well impressed with what I've created here today. A Parisian 3-layered cake with garlic flavoring, a sparkle topping, sparkles all over, the 3 colors of the flag both in the layers and in the icing. Mwah! Jonathan and Matthew, eat your heart out. Now I'm going to enjoy this lovely cake and we're going to enjoy this delicious sponge. I've got some Pringles in there as well. Oh, that garlic flavor is powerful.